All right, boys and girls. I'll just say hi before I flip the camera over. That's weird that you guys were upside down. There you go. All right, we are today going to be skipping lesson 5, and we're skipping lesson 5 for a reason. So I really hope you are watching this video. Otherwise, you're going to be doing lesson 5 for nothing. And it's not that lesson 5 is bad, it's just something that is kind of repetitive. It's stuff we've already done, so we don't really need to do it again. All right, so in our notebook today, we are going to put down chapter 1. And remember, that's place value. And then we're doing lesson 6. Now remember, you are required to show us the pages that we're doing today, plus a picture of your notebook. So it's place value through thousandths. Please feel free to stop this video at any time and catch up. Okay, and you guys, I got my master's degree and I also got an aromatherapy degree through the computer, all virtual learning. So I know that sometimes the teacher goes way faster than I go. So I would always use that as my benefit is, well, they're going too fast, pause, or I want to understand that again, I'm going to go back and listen to that one more time. So don't feel like that's something weird. It's something you should be doing. All right. So when we look at decimals, well, if we look at numbers, some of the numbers have something like this. They have a combination of a whole number and they have a combination of a decimal, and then they have a decimal. So again, remember that that one number to the left of the decimal point, or who knows, it could be like even 5 numbers here. Any numbers to the left of the decimal point are whole numbers. Okay, so those are whole numbers. But then anything over here on the right side, and I should go back over here. Everything over here is greater than 1. Everything on the right side of the decimal point is less than 1. So this is where the pieces are. This is where the leftover pieces of numbers are. So I could have like 893. So this is still, even though it's 893 thousandths, it's still less than 1 whole number, because if this was a whole number, it'd have to be over here. So this is less than a whole number, okay? So if you look down here, we're going to take this number 0.247. So I'm going to move my notes over here, and I'm going to write down the number 0.247. Okay? Now, 0 means there are no whole numbers. This means that there's going to be pieces of a whole number over here. All right? And let's go back and review. This 2 is in the tenths place. Remember, with the THS. The 4 is in the hundredths place with the THS. And the 7 is in the thousandths place. Again, with the THS, okay? So, tenths, hundredths, thousandths. There are no oneths, right? The ones are over here. And let's actually put another number here so we know these are tens. Okay, so this is just a review of what we learned last week, right? So if we look at these numbers now, I'm going to actually change this 9 so it looks a little less weird. We're going to do expanded form for this number. So remember, expanded form was when you took numbers and you broke them up into their value by place value, okay? So if this is expanded form of that, then we are going to have, let's start with the 9 here. We're going to have 9 times whatever number this is. So it's the tenths place, which means it's 9 times 10. And then remember, I like to put the parentheses around because to me it makes it look clean. It's a way of organizing things. Okay. Then we're also going to have 0 ones. So I don't need to write 0 times 1. I can just leave that off. But then I have my next number here, which is 2, which is in the 10ths place. So we know that it's a 2. Oh, my pencil just broke. It's a 2, and it's in the 10ths place. Well, you write that by writing 1 over 10. 2 times tenths. Okay, so this is worth 2/10. Okay, and then we go over here, and this is a hundredth spot, the hundredth spot, so we know it's a 4 times 1 over hundredths, so we know this is 100. 4 times 1 over 100, plus, then we have over here, we have a 7 times the thousandth spot, so it's going to be 7 times 1 over 1,000. Okay, so now if you look at this one, 9 times 10 is 90, which you can see the 90 right there, right? Then you have 2 times 1/10, 4 times 1 1/100th, and 7 times 1 1,000th. So adding those three up, you get the 247 thousandths. Okay, so this is a little bit of a weird concept. And I know it's not super easy, so believe me, I understand that this might be challenging. Again, Miss Fowl and I are on the computer from 9:45 to 10:15 to help anyone who needs it. All right, so I'm going to write this down. Write 19.4, so 19 and 4/10 in expanded form. And this is directly out of something that you would be doing today in your work, so you really want to be paying attention here. Okay, so if I took 19 and 4/10, I have how many tens? I have 1 10, plus I have 9 ones, plus I have 4 tenths. And that's it. So if I want to write it in word form, then I would have 19, and remember that decimal point means and, so 19 and 4/10. Okay, so take a look at that. Now, we're going to slide over here to today's work. Today's work is on page 45 and 46 because remember we skipped lesson 5. We went straight to lesson 6. So we're going to take number 14 and do number 14 together. Now, if you look at this, I see a huge gigantic mess here that hurts my eyes. So I'm going to clean it up before I do anything else. And anytime I see a plus sign, I'm going to put what was before it or what's next to it in parentheses to kind of clean it up. Remember how I like the little packages? Now to me, I can look at it. So now we're going to try to take this expanded form and put it into standard form. So 1 times 10 is 10. 1 times 1 is 1. 9 times 9 times 1/10 means I have 0.9. Now I have 2 times 100ths, with, remember when I said the other day, whatever number you're saying, hundreds, thousands, tenths, whatever you're saying at the end is where this place is going to go. So if I say 200ths, then I know it's not going to be in the tenths, it's going to be in the hundreds. So here's 200ths. And then if I say 3,000ths, then I know it's not going to be tenths, it's not going to be hundreds, it's going to be thousands. So 3,000ths. And now you add these up. So I have 110 plus a 1 makes 11. Then I have 9, a 2, and a 3. So we'll combine all those together. So you have 11 and 923 thousandths. Okay? And again, this is hard. We know it's hard, so that's why we expect you guys to come on and ask for help with anything you don't understand. Okay, let's actually go over this one right here. So we're naming the place of the highlighted digit. Then we're writing the value of the digit. So what we want to know is what place is it? Is it the tens, the ones, the tenths, the hundredths, or the thousands? Well, this is the tenth spot. So you write tenths. And the value of it is 4 times 1/10. This is how you answer these questions. All right? When you are done, you are showing, when you are done, you're taking a picture of this, page 45. You're taking a page of 46, or picture of 46, and you're taking a picture of your notes. If you want to do this, like I was trying to get in the screen, if you want to do that so we can see all of it, that's fine. But it is required that you do these bottom problems. I don't know, maybe in 4th grade you guys weren't required to do these, but in 5th grade you are required. It's the whole page. If we can only see a picture that shows us this much work, you're not getting credit, right? If you show me a picture that looks like that, I can't give you credit. We need to be able to see your work, okay? And you can see clearly that if I hold it just like this and even have my notes here, the teacher could easily see what I'm doing. If I did this, can't see what I'm doing, right? So be smart about how you take these pictures and then submit them. All right, good luck. Have fun.